Walk down any grocery store baking aisle and you'll see a dozen baking powder cans lined up like they're all created equal. Same shelf, same promises, same little red spoons. Here's what they're not telling you. Half of these brands will sabotage your baking before you preheat the oven. 1 in 3 people can taste the metallic bitterness certain formulas leave behind. Some brands shrunk their cans by 23% while keeping the same price. And the cheapest aluminum-free option outperforms their premium darling costing twice as much. That collapsed birthday cake? Those biscuits tasting like pennies? The culprit isn't your technique, it's sitting in your pantry. So let's talk about the 8 baking powder brands that range from absolute disasters to legitimate game changers. Because life's too short to waste 3 hours on a cake that tastes like a chemistry experiment. Smash that subscribe button because we're about to save you from some seriously bitter disappointments. Number 8. Generic store brands. Store brand baking powders represent the ultimate grocery gamble. Contract manufactured by rotating suppliers with wildly inconsistent quality control. The execution reads more like Russian roulette than budget shopping. What you get varies dramatically. Some contain aluminum without front label disclosure, others are aluminum free. Texture ranges from fine powder to chunky lumps. Excessive clumping creates concentrated bitter bites in finished products. Performance catastrophically inconsistent. Some batches produce acceptable rise, others deliver flat disasters. Price appears attractive at 25 to 35 cents per ounce, but that's false economy when ruining $8 of ingredients. Reddit users specifically warn not to buy house brand baking powder due to severe clumping. And get this, some store brands contain aluminum while Argo's aluminum-free option costs the same. These exist for retailer margin capture. Private labels generate 25 to 35% higher profits. They're banking on impulse purchases by shoppers comparing only price tags. You're saving 50 cents while gambling with ingredients costing 20 times more. When store brands contain aluminum and Argo's aluminum-free version costs the same, you're being penny-wise and pound-foolish. Number 7. Davis Baking Powder. Davis occupies shelves as part of Clabber Girl's multi-brand strategy. In 2010, the company shrunk cans from 10 to 8.1 ounces while maintaining identical pricing, a 23% stealth price hike. The execution reads like corporate greed manual. What you get is identical formula to Clabber Girl, metallic aftertaste affecting 1 in 3 people. Same clumping after 6 months. Double acting aluminum formula indistinguishable from Clabber Girl in blind tests. The real kicker, originally 39 cents per ounce, now 49 cents per ounce for same product. The company claimed customers wanted smaller cans despite maintaining price. Davis exists solely for shelf domination. Same company produces Clabber Girl, Rumford, and Davis to block competitors. They're banking on you not doing the math while reaching for familiar packaging. You're paying the same price for 19% less product with identical aluminum aftertaste. When the best thing you can say is it's exactly like Clabber Girl but smaller and more expensive, you've created a monument to corporate cynicism. Number 6. Calumet Baking Powder. Calumet revolutionized baking in the 1920s, capturing 80% market share by requiring only 1 teaspoon per quart versus 4 to 8 teaspoons for competitors, a 75 to 87% reduction. The execution transformed American baking but left metallic aftertaste modern consumers reject. What you get is true double-acting pioneer. Calcium acid phosphate activates with moisture, sodium aluminum sulfate with heat. Superior moisture resistance maintains freshness in humid climates better than single-acting formulas. Historical dominance speaks volumes. Price ranges 40 to 50 cents per ounce, but efficient leavening means less product needed. Calumet pioneered chemistry that competitors eventually adopted, winning baking powder wars of early 20th century. They're surviving on grocery inertia and older bakers' loyalty to formulas that worked better than natural alternatives of their era. You're buying revolutionary 1920s chemistry that still outperforms some modern competitors in shelf stability. When the best defense is it was groundbreaking a century ago, you're selling nostalgia with metallic aftertaste. Number 5. Clabber Girl. The iconic red label has dominated for over a century. Clabber Girl Corporation commands 45% market share through multi-brand strategy. The execution relies on brand recognition spanning generations rather than ingredient superiority. What you get is standard double-acting aluminum formula with 40% moisture, 60% heat activation, fine texture when fresh clumps after 6 months. Metallic aftertaste affects 1 in 3 people genetically predisposed to detect aluminum notes. Professional baker Rose Levy-Berenbaum notes, aluminum creates bitter aftertaste, especially noticeable in pie dough. Price, $3.69 for 8.1 ounces. 45 cents per ounce. Mid-range for aluminum formula. Market dominance comes from shelf space control through multiple brands. Dominance rather than innovation. Clabber Girl succeeds through economies of scale and nostalgic brand loyalty. Your grandmother's baking powder becomes your default through familiarity. They're banking on consumers never questioning what sodium aluminum sulfate means. You're paying mid-range prices for century-old aluminum chemistry 1/3 of population can taste. When market dominance relies on nostalgia and shelf placement rather than ingredient evolution, you're the product of marketing success. Number 4, 365 by Whole Foods Market. This aluminum-free formula delivers clean ingredients at prices challenging the aluminum is cheaper paradigm. It costs the same as aluminum containing Clabber Girl while eliminating metallic aftertaste. The execution proves aluminum-free doesn't require premium pricing. What you get is simple 3-ingredient formula: cornstarch, sodium bicarbonate, monocalcium phosphate. Aluminum-free with no artificial additives. Clean neutral flavor with no metallic aftertaste. Single-acting formula requires baking promptly after mixing. Price: 45 to 55 cents per ounce. Matches aluminum formulas while maintaining aluminum-free status. 8 to 22% cheaper than Rumford and Bob's Red Mill. Home bakers say it gets the job done with consistent results. Comparable performance to Rumford at lower costs. 365 democratizes clean baking powder beyond premium segment. They're proving aluminum-free doesn't inherently cost more. Premium brands charge for certifications and packaging aesthetics. You're getting aluminum-free performance at aluminum formula pricing. When Whole Foods competes on price while maintaining quality, you're witnessing private label strategy done right. If this is already saving you from a baking disaster, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Number 3, Bob's Red Mill. Bob's Red Mill targets specialty diet communities willing to pay premiums for certified ingredients. With gluten-free, non-GMO, and aluminum-free certifications, it commands 42% premium over Clabber Girl. The execution delivers multiple certifications in single product, but charges accordingly. What you get is aluminum-free, non-GMO verified, gluten-free certified formula. Fine consistency, producing light and airy texture and delicate crumb structure. Superior moisture resistance with excellent stability, minimal clumping. Professional reviews scored it 9.4 to 9.6 out of 10. Price: 64 cents per ounce. 42% premium over Clabber Girl. More expensive than all mainstream brands, but serves gluten-free, non-GMO, and aluminum-free needs simultaneously. Bob's Red Mill capitalizes on specialty diet communities willing to pay for rigorous certification. They're targeting bakers who view ingredient sourcing as health investment. Bob's Face signals values alignment worth 8% premium over Rumford. You're paying 42% more for certified credentials that matter to specialty diet communities. When multiple certifications converge in reliable performance, the premium becomes membership fee to the Clean Baking Club. And if you're finding this ranking useful, hit the like button. It really helped the channel. Number 2, Rumford Original Aluminum Free, owned by Clabber Girl, but formulated as premium aluminum free alternative. Rumford represents professional baker's choice when metallic aftertaste isn't acceptable. Rose Levy Berenbaum declares our baking powder of choice is Rumford's Original Aluminum Free Baking Powder. The execution proves Clabber Girl can make better products when targeting discerning consumers paying 31% premium. What you get is monocalcium phosphate, sodium bicarbonate, non-GMO cornstarch. Aluminum-free with clean neutral flavor and zero metallic aftertaste. Fizzes furiously to completely dissipate in freshness tests within 60 seconds. Fine silky powder with balanced 70% initial, 30% heat activation. Rose Levy Berenbaum states, our preferences are ones made with all phosphate product containing calcium acid phosphate and non-GMO cornstarch. Rated 9.6 out of 10. Price $4.79 for 8.1 ounces. 59 cents per ounce. 31% premium. Justified by superior taste and professional endorsement. Rumford targets professional bakers and health-conscious consumers paying premiums for clean ingredients. They're capitalizing on the 1 in 3 who taste metallic notes, plus professional bakers whose reputations depend on flavor purity. You're paying 31% more for professional endorsements, zero metallic aftertaste, and superior texture. When Rose Levy Berenbaum declares it her choice, the premium becomes tuition for learning what cakes taste like without aluminum. But even Rumford's professional pedigree can't match the performance to price ratio hiding in a cube-shaped can, costing 37% less. Number 1, Argo, hiding in cube-shaped 12-ounce containers at 30 to 38 cents per ounce. Argo represents the aluminum-free anomaly, outperforming premium competitors costing twice as much. Rose Levy Berenbaum tested Argo. We found it especially effective in cakes baked in fluted tube. Pans producing less dome top, which, when inverted, sat flatter on the plate. The execution delivers professional-grade, aluminum-free performance at budget pricing nobody discusses, because cube-shaped packaging looks unglamorous. What you get is aluminum-free double-acting using different acid combination than Rumford. Buttermilk biscuits rise significantly higher with Argo compared to Rumford in side-by-side testing. Activates more during heating phase, creating flatter tops and taller rise. More powerful gram for gram. Professional testing found to get similar results with Rumford would require such minute extra baking powder, it would be hard to measure. Rose Levy Berenbaum found Argo especially effective in fluted tube pans. However, when using Argo in layer cake, it needed to be decreased to keep cake from dipping. More powerful than Rumford, requiring recipe adjustment. Bakers become Argo fans after testing. Biscuits rise significantly higher than premium Rumford. Price 30 to 38 cents per ounce. Cheapest aluminum-free option, 37% below Rumford, 47% below Bob's Red Mill, sometimes under $1 with coupons. Outperforms Rumford despite costing 37% less. Argo succeeds through Conagra's distribution, delivering aluminum-free performance at budget price, yet remains hidden gem due to minimal marketing. They're proving aluminum-free doesn't require premium pricing. Rumford and Bob's Red Mill charge for packaging and marketing, not superior leavening. You're getting aluminum-free performance outperforming Rumford while costing 37% less. Professional bakers adjust for Argo's stronger power, not deficiencies. When the cheapest aluminum-free option requires recipe reduction to prevent over-rising, you found the performance anomaly hiding in plain sight. Turns out aluminum-free labels don't guarantee better performance, and cheapest isn't always worse. Argo's cube-shaped can at 30 cents per ounce outperforms Rumford's 59-cent formula in biscuit tests. Store brands gambling with your ingredients sit next to Clabber Girl's century of mediocrity at identical prices. Bob's Red Mill charges 42% premiums for certifications mattering intensely to specialty communities and not at all to everyone else. Generic store brands represent false economy, saving 50 cents while risking $8 investments. Argo delivers professional-grade aluminum-free performance at budget price. Nobody discusses because cube cans don't photograph well. Don't assume price correlates with performance in the baking powder aisle. Premium brands charge for certifications and packaging aesthetics. The budget aluminum-free option outperforms competitors, costing twice as much. 1/3 of population can taste metallic notes in aluminum formulas grocery stores stock at eye level. Hit subscribe if this changed how you'll buy baking powder, and drop a comment telling us which ranking you think we got wrong.